24 kilo today. Our accommodation. Right over there is a lake. How do you feel about having a rest day today? 24 kilo, I think that's gotta be...
Easy peasy.
Right?
Yeah, how do you say easy peasy?
I don't know. I say easy's easy. If tree grow much like slower over here in Estonia, like how old do you think these trees are?
I don't know, 300 years?
Do they ever die without a problem? This one looks super old. Look how white it is.
Pretty pleasant.
Is the water cold?
It's not as cold as I would have guessed.
It's swimmable.
Do you want to swim in it?
I think this is the earliest we have ever woken up since we got on the road. Haven't even had breakfast yet, so body is feeling extremely depleted.
I think we should actually swim there.
Let's see if we feel like it after the breakfast.
Ah!
There's so many frogs on the road, so Muttley is like super worried about the frog's life. Breakfast at its best. Look at all the things we have. I don't know if you can see it. I'm taking the croissant, some meat, cooked egg, tomato, orange juice. That's what I'm having. Some strawberry jam, looking good. And this is a view. Yeah. It's kind of cold. Some tiny fishes over here in the lake. And they're not afraid of people. You know, they're just going all the way to the shore. Even when I'm here, they're like big worms, the big flies. They're on me. Looks okay, but the water is still a little bit too cold for me. Just gotta be standing here, enjoy the view a little bit, and then go back. The sun is good. The view is good as well. It's day 5. I don't know, just everything started to get sore, and even though today is only 24 kilo, I think it might get hard. The first part of the road of today, very rocky, bumpy, unsafe country road. Not sure what this road is designed for, definitely not for bicycles. Based on our previous experience with busted tire, I'm not taking any risk. Right now we're just kind of carefully maneuvering through this place. Maybe a good road will come up. Muttley back there, also kind of frustrated because of the road condition. You know, when I was planning the trip, I thought I'm going to have a lot of thinking going on during the trip, right? A bicycle, countryside road, good company, great food, exercise, sun, fresh air. But actually, while I was really riding the bike, I didn't have a lot of thinking going on. Well, I did think of something, but not the things I was planning to. You know, not about life, not about my school, not about what to do in the future, none of those. But I really get time to think about how to avoid the next rock, not metaphorically, but like physically, how to avoid the next rock on the road, and how to pedal a little bit harder, or sometimes how to pedal a little bit slower, and be careful with avoiding the cars, avoiding dogs, a lot of avoiding. Yeah, so a lot of trivial thinking about the trip itself, but not about those philosophical or really meaningful thinking about, you know, like important issue in my life. It looks like this thing has been here for a long time. So right before we hit the main road over there, this is the last piece of shade we can find. Over there is, I think, is National Road number 2. Gotta be a busy one, and I think there's no pedestrian road or bicycle road over there. So we just gotta wing it with the cars. But this morning we did great with this dirt road over here. Püha. Yeah, gotta go through the city to see if we can find any food to eat and then go to our accommodation. I'm really glad we took this time off and go travel in Estonia, because this might be the best a couple days, you know, weather-wise I have seen. It always has been kind of sunny, except for yesterday, which was so Google Maps screwed up again. We were supposed to go through Püha, but yeah, it's supposed to be that way. So we just gotta take a detour. This is also the recommended route on Google Maps.
Is it?
Yes. Can we also have one of this cake? Really classy little restaurant over here. It's a guest house, but we're not staying here tonight. Outside is a beautiful little town called Püha. Classy. But why do they hang a carpet on the wall? I don't get it. Like, is this only for beautification because it looks good? Why do people put carpet on the wall? The waitress over there said I would definitely not enjoy this. She didn't recommend this to me. She said it's something Estonian. I don't know why, but those pea little thing they put inside, they taste like very small eggs. So it's good. Lee just told me this TV show in Estonia that a bunch of guys are riding bicycle to different places around the globe, and they're documenting it into TV shows, into books, into movies even. But I'm just curious, if bicycling in Estonia is already this hard, how hard it could be to bike in Africa. This seems like one of those Walking Dead things. You get to a perfectly organized town, but you don't see a single person. That's scary.
Where?
Is it this one? It's so cool. Got to our accommodation for tonight. It just seems like we're again gotta be the only ones here. So as expected, the whole place is to ourselves. We're second floor up there. The place is just simply beautiful. Obviously you can't wear your shoes to the second floor. You have to take them off. I'm quite comfortable with that. In China, wherever you go, especially into somebody's house, you always need to take off the shoes. I don't know, I think it's a custom back home. In Asia in general, I think. It's just polite to not dirt up the place. When I first came here, I wasn't feeling comfortable going to places that don't require me to take off shoes. Especially when you have this kind of nice carpet. If I'm walking on it, the only thing I can think about is, how are those people gonna clean it afterward? That's our room. Number 4. And the view. We're paying for the view, I guess. this is the second night we're staying in a room that is number 4. I don't think Estonian have this belief about lucky number or bad luck numbers. But for Chinese, number 4 is an extremely bad number because it sounds like death. It's pronounced si in Chinese, and death is pronounced si. So it's kind of similar. Sometimes if you build a hotel, people don't even put number 4 as a room number. They just skip it. So if before it's 3 and then after that it will be 5. And I heard some like multi-story buildings, when they build it up for residential purposes, they don't put story 4 because nobody would buy that whole story. So what they do is once you skip over story 3, it will go directly to story 5. I remember when I heard the story, it was like a long time ago. I asked my parents, I was like, yo, won't those people who bought story 5, quote unquote 5, know that it's not number 5 but actually 4? And I remember they told me, oh, wow, that's not the point. The whole point is you make a conscious effort to avoid that number. I know people are not religious over here, not so much compared to other European countries. But yeah, I haven't heard anything like, do you have a lucky number? A good day. Right now it's 4:30, and I'll meet you tomorrow.